Alright, in this video we're going to talk about solving multi-step equations, equation that takes several steps to complete. And so as always, please write down the things that I'm saying and not just what I'm writing down on the board. That's the beauty of the video. You can pause and watch again and then write down if you missed anything. So it's important that you write down steps in addition to just what I'm writing on the board, because there's a lot of things I'm explaining through words, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and model this first one for you, because I think that's helpful for some students. Don't have time, I think, to model all of them, but I'm going to model this for A. A is a variable. We know that the long green rectangle is a positive variable. I have 4 of them. Minus 2a, or another way of thinking of this is plus negative 2a plus 3. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw my line because the left side and the right side of this equation should be equal. Now I'm going to represent my 11. That's a 9. 11. Okay. Now, step 1, write the equation down, right? Step 2, now what I want to do is I want to combine like terms. Sometimes you might have to use the distributive property, but I'm going to combine like terms on each side of the equation first, okay? I'm not combining things across the equal sign. I'm just looking at only the left and combining what I can over there, or only the right and combining what I can over there if there is something to combine. So that's what I'm going to do. My 4a and my negative 2a, 4a minus 2a is just 2a. And you can see how those 0 pairs cancel. I'm left with 2a. Plus 3, I'll just bring that down. And then here's my 11 again. Notice I've only been working on the left side of the equation right now, or one side. Now I have basically a two-step equation. This should look familiar. And so I have a is being multiplied by 2 first, and then 3 is being added later. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, the inverse operation of adding 3. So I'll represent that by negative 3 and negative 3 here. Okay, so 0 pair, these cancel. 11 minus this 3 is going to give me these 3 and these 3 cancel. 8. So I have 3 minus 3 is 0. 2a equals 8. Okay, now most of us know what to do next. Since I have 2a is being multiplied by 2, I'm going to divide by 2, divide this by 2, divide this by 2, and I have a equals 4. Now, of course, I'm going to check my answer. I'm going to put 4 in for a into my original equation. So 4 times 4 would be 16. 4 times negative 2 would be negative 8. So 16 and negative 8 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So this side, if a is 4, this side ends up being 11. That's equal to this 11. So this is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on to another one. Here you can see we're going to follow the same steps. I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to start combining like terms on one side of on each side, really. This is already done for us, but I'm going to start combining like terms. So we can see we have parentheses here. We're going to do the order of operations. So I'm going to use the distributive property in order to get rid of these parentheses. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times negative 2w is negative 4w. And this just is left over. Okay? Now I can still combine some more like terms. Before I do that, I'm going to make all of these subtraction add the opposite, right? So I have a positive 8 here and a negative 8 here. Those end up canceling each other out, and I have negative 4w equals negative 4. And since W is being multiplied by negative 4. The inverse operation of multiply by negative 4 is divide by negative 4. And I get W equals negative 4 divided by negative 4 is not 0, it's 1, right? W equals 1. Let's see if W equals 1. We're going to put 1 in for W up here. So 4 minus 2W, well, if W is 1, that means 4 minus 2 is 2. Then I'm going to, so this all equals 2. 2 times this 2 is 4. So all of this equals 4 now, and 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Negative 4 equals negative 4. True statement, okay? Last but not least, I have a triangle problem over here. And so one thing that we know about triangles is that, well, they've given the degrees for me, but the degree is in terms of x, and so I don't really know what the number value for x is, so I need to find that out. I know that triangles, the angles of triangles all add up to 180 degrees. So whatever these three angles add up to, they have to equal 180. So I'm just going to add them up. X plus, this angle was 3 times x minus 4. And this angle, so plus this angle, which is 4/5 x. This angle plus this angle plus this angle. 1, 2, 3. All add up to 180 somehow. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So I need to use the distributive property. X plus 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12 plus 4/5 x equals 180. I can still combine more like terms. Now, you will notice something with me. This x, we can call this a 1x if that's helpful. We're going to add this 1x plus this 3x plus this 4/5 x. So, you don't have to, but it might make things a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and call this 5/5 x plus 15/5 x, and this is going to be my 4/5 x, and then I got this negative 12, that's not a like term. So 5/5 x plus 15/5 x is 20/5 x, plus this is 24/5 x, okay? Again, the other way of looking at that would be 1x plus 3x is 4x, so it's 4 and 4/5 x. 4 and 4/5 x, and you'll notice that this would simplify to 4 and 4/5. Okay, here was my negative 12 that I couldn't do anything with because it wasn't a like term, and it equals 180. So now this is just like a two-step equation. I'm going to add 12 to both sides, and I get 192 and equals 24/5 x. Now, that's not super duper easy, but we can still do it. X is being multiplied by 24 over 5. I can multiply it by the reciprocal, and those will end up canceling each other out. Now I need to multiply this side by 5 over 24. Okay, now that's not easy, 5 over 24. Alright, so instead of doing 192 times 5 and trying to divide that by 94, do you remember that we can cancel these things out some kind of way? If we find out if this is a factor of 24, so 192 and 24, that goes in, I believe, 3, no, not 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 2 is 16. So that's plus 3 is the 192. So this could be 8 times 24, and there's my 24. Now, maybe not all of you guys are going to do it that way. You can still do 192 times 5 and divide it by 4 if you want to do that. But I can see that this is going to be 8 times 5, x equals 40. Again, you should be able to get to this step. Once you try to figure out 192 times 5 over 24, there's a couple different ways you can do that. You could divide this by half and half and keep going half and half and figure out eventually the x equals 40. Last thing I'm going to do is check my answer. So if this is 40, this should be 40 minus 4 is 36, and 36 times 3 is 108, and 4/5 of 40 is what? 32. So 32 plus 108 plus 40. 32 plus 108 is 140. 140 plus 40 is 180. X equals 40. I realize that that was very fast, but you can more than welcome to stop, rewind, pause, watch again, ask questions in class. Thank you for watching.